But if you close your eyes, Tyson's dad is dead and he's blown in 10 million submarines. Na, 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 na. R.I.P. Michael Beach, R.I.P. Teo Cross, R.I.P. Michael Beach and Saw 10, R.I.P. Tyson's dad. I'm actually really sad. You know why? I mean, the death didn't really. It's like when Tyson at the end of the episode, right, bought his father the car that he was using in that episode, to instead of the fan. It's when he died. Oh, no, like with the car. He gave him the car and they hugged and like they're both teary eyed and some things can't be bought. Some things can't be bought. This is just one of those things that need to be done. You can't put a price on that. And obviously, it was making his old man happy. But Jesus Christ, Tyson's dad blown to a million submarines at the end of the episode. We begin the episode though. I mean, honestly, the rest of the episode. I mean, I like the sit down at Atlanta, but again, when Tyson's dad gets blown up, literally in 10 million bits. I mean, what am I supposed to say about the rest of the episode, folks? Not a lot. I'll tell you, not a lot. Right. Up next, what have we got? I'll tell you what it's all about. Dwight Starr obviously gets taught how to how to shoot, boy. Right, so the meet down at Atlanta, right? Goody is obviously fearful of flying. But I take the trains, obviously play back on season 1, right? That's all good. But we then have Goody, right? And his wee jobber pal in New York flying to Atlanta, right? And what truly baffles me here is that Goody tried to take a gun through airport security. And it's like, see here in the UK, right? Pretty much no one carries a gun unless you're a criminal. So here, welcome to the United Kingdom, brother. Anyway, right? But how would Goody not realise that he's carrying a gun on his leg? You could argue years of it. It fits like a glove. All the expressions that could be theoretically used here. But it's like you're going to the airport. This is post 9/11 in New York. It's like you're just not going to be allowed through the airport with a gun strapped to your leg. And I mean, he gets called out in this. And we eventually get the sit down in Atlanta, and they're like, "What sort of fucking idiot brings a gun to the airport?" And then Bella Wackler and Dwight actually is like, "Well, now something we can agree on." In terms of the sit down, I mean, I enjoyed the sit down. Do not get me wrong, right? But it's like New York was just sitting there like a bunch of. No, I think Diddy man. It was one guy. New York gets no percentages. And Dwight agrees to give Bella Aqua 15%, and then New York has to give Bella Aqua like 550 of like drugs and whatever. I mean, New York just come out of this with egg on their face. It was like they're the ones that sanctioned the sit-down. So weak, and this is why we needed Goody there, but Goody didn't get to go there. And then when your wee man returns for Atlanta, they're like discussing it, and they're talking about, oh well, Goody, you reschedule it. I give them percentage. And he calls him a 6-year-old. And he's like, well, I may have done that, but at least I didn't bring a gun to the fucking airport. And Goody Chicky, sorry, he throws the thing across the room. New York is an absolute joke at this stage of the game, man. This is like disgrace. This show's doing a really poor job of New York. I mean, I guess that's the way it's going down. Jesus Christ, there's just nothing good about New York. New York is being treated like a band of jobbers. But throughout this episode, because Tyson's dad's fan broke down, he was tag teaming with him in the car. It's cost 50 bands. They're doing all these jobs. They're bonding. I'm like, this is taking up far too much of this episode. It appeared to be a white car that was following them. I was thinking, someone's going to die here. Someone's going to drop dead. I mean, obviously the bomb that's put in the car, I'm going to assume it was to kill Dwight. But then they would know where Dwight sleeps. They know where Dwight would be. And they can clearly... But then, was it a remote control bomb or was it like an ignition bomb? But, may as well get to that part of the episode. Because who really cares about all the weed and cookies and, dough balls, weed dough balls. Man, that does nothing for me. It does anything for you, brother. But yeah, the end of the episode, really sad, man. He gives them the car. They're like both teary-eyed. Next morning, he gets into the car and gets blown up. Right, what I would say is, it wasn't like the biggest explosion you'll ever see. You know, I think there's still a decent chance that he could be alive, but yeah, I haven't watched the next episode. I'm going to assume he's dead. I'm going to assume that he's dead and he's been blown up and it's all over. And this is probably going to flip Tyson for being like the happy-go-lucky driver. Essentially, he's got his dad killed here because he's connected with Dwight, and they saw this car and went, well, Dwight gets driven around in that. We need to put an end to Dwight, and that's what's happened. I mean, yeah, they won't want to hear that, but end of the day, that's what's happened. And R.I.P. man, R.I.P. Not exactly brilliant, but a really sad death, and it feels like the show's finally went up a level because we haven't really had any deaths of like, oh, that was tragic, that was some sad shit. This was some sad shit. Definitely the most emotional moment of the show for me. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Till next time, peace. Till next time, peace. We've got a rating to give. I'll give this one. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I thought the episode was pretty poor. Well, it was bland, and then like it's fucking holy shit what an ending.